Hey guys, so as we all know from the patch notes, Dual Strike was actually not nerfed. So, now that it's not nerfed, I have made a POB on how to respec as early as possible. So this includes leveling through the campaign. This is just assuming you already know how to level a Juggernaut. It's honestly not that complicated. You just play Thunder and rush RT. Yeah, so here's what the tree will look like. I'll just go over it. And there are different loadouts here. So from low 1 to 9, I'll just explain my thought process and why I'm grabbing nodes. So the first 9 levels, you just grab this. You grab versatility so that you can use Frostblink. And then after that, you just rush to RT so that we don't have to worry about accuracy. And then from here on out, we do not want to actually grab two-handed nodes because it'll just make the respec more expensive. So what we do is we just start grabbing generic nodes, such as this diamond skin to help us fix our res, Spirit of War for mana leech, and then this would be first lap. So we grab Unstoppable first, because we're RT, so we don't need the accuracy. So we just get generic nodes like +1 max res, life, fortify. And then from here, we could start actually investing down here. Grab Bastion Breaker with the 50% ignore enemy fizz, some life, some res. If you need the res, you can grab the res nodes. If you don't, you can actually just not grab these. And then second lap, we grab Unflinching because we're still RT, so we don't need Undeniable. Then we can start grabbing some nodes that we will be using for Dual Strike later on. Just like a reminder, this is like a very efficient tree, so respecking will be pretty cheap, especially with Faustus coming back in 3.26. Grab this node just to prepare for Dual Strike. And from here, we can grab PT, and also grab Undeniable. And once we're in this position of the tree, we can just do the Act 9 swap. So, as you can see, there's like 2 level difference. But yeah, this is roughly what the tree will look like when you do spec into Dual Strike and on Act 9. Very efficient. You only have to respec this top part of the tree. Everything else can stay. And yeah, this gets you playing Dual Strike as early as possible. And I also have some trees for post for early maps and maybe even early into red maps. So like I have a level 79 tree, I have a level 90 tree, and a 6-link tree with some clusters. These are like obviously like your end game clusters, probably a couple divines each, but these are like end game, so you'll never have to like replace them. And I've also added a skill section, so when you respec, this is probably what you'll be using. You have Leap Slam, you have the Dual Strike links, Precision Blood Rage. These are the auras. Some more skills, Frostblink, cosmic damage taken, Molten Shell, standard stuff. And also, if you're in Trade League, what you can do is you can what's the item called? You can buy a Red Blade banner and weapon swap for Enduring Cry, so that you can start every map and every encounter with max endurance charges. So it's actually pretty good, pretty strong. Because eventually you will want a endurance charge generation on your chest to have permanent uptime. And also in this POB, I just included some baseline examples of like early gear that you can use to set this up. Honestly, this axe is like 1C. Okay, this helmet's like pretty decent. This chest piece is like probably a couple of chaos. These uniques are like a couple of chaos. All these are like probably like couple of chaos. Maybe the ring is pretty decent, but honestly, if you know what you're doing in SSF, this kind of ring is not that hard to get. And then it's also missing a lot of stats. You don't exactly have to copy these. It's just what I recommend. And yeah, so these gear examples you can follow. This is obviously using Frostburf and not Paradoxica. Later on, maybe you can like set up the Paradoxica version. I think Al Kaiser has a POB on that. You could probably follow using a going crit base. So we don't play PT and we play crit base with Paradoxica and a claw, and then we scale crit multi, crit chance. So this DPS right now would be like way higher if we did play Paradoxica. I also have a 6-link version of Dual Strike, so if you do get 6-link, you can like swap it around. You know, this tree you can drop Fortify to play 6-link Dual Strike. So we have clusters because we can save points. It's like level 95, so we actually have like 5 more levels to invest into this. So our DPS is like pretty good. This is with vulnerability, so we're at like 1.8 million. For a league starter scenario, it's actually pretty decent. Assuming no clusters, so we're still at 1 million DPS. So this should be able to clear most content in the game and get you set up to play an endgame version of this, basically. If you want that POB, you can look at Al Kaiser's POB. It should be like Giga Endgame. This is like really, really like come on, this amulet literally has 1 mod on it. Like I would imagine that you could scale this pretty high. It's already properly configured. And yeah, so this is the POB for if you want to league start Dual Strike. Just keep in mind that the skill obviously I don't think so it's beginner friendly. You should definitely need to know what you're doing in maps and campaign to get the setup. But if you do know, then this is pretty fun to play. Honestly, I recommend playing Earth Shatter if you don't know how to league start this skill. But if you want to league start this skill, just follow this guide. You should be good to go. Just make sure you know what you're doing in the game. And yeah, see ya.